Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the English Speaking Podcast. We're really happy you're here with us today, wherever you're listening from. I'm Jennifer, and I'll be guiding you through real, everyday English, just the kind people actually use in normal conversations.
And I'm Paul. Thanks so much for choosing to spend a few minutes of your day with us. It honestly means a lot.
Whether you're listening while walking, working, relaxing at home, or just taking a quiet break, we're really glad you're here.
Absolutely. It always feels special knowing our listeners are spread across different countries, different time zones, all connected through learning English.
So, Paul, before we jump into today's topic, let me ask you something simple. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty good, actually. This morning, I opened my front door and wow, cold air hit my face immediately.
Oh, that kind of cold that wakes you up instantly.
Exactly. The kind where you stop for a second and think, okay, winter is definitely here.
That's perfect, because today we're talking all about winter, how it feels, how we experience it, and how we talk about it naturally in English.
Winter, huh? I have to say, I kind of love it.
Really? You love winter? That surprises me. I always thought you were more of a spring person.
I do like spring, but winter has its own mood. The quiet mornings, slower evenings, warm clothes, and of course, hot soup.
Ah, there it is. So the real reason is the hot soup.
Haha, maybe just a little. But honestly, winter feels calm to me. Everything slows down and somehow that feels comforting.
I get that. Winter really changes the rhythm of our lives, how we move, how we dress, even how we feel emotionally.
And that's why winter is such a great topic for English learners. We talk about it all the time without even realizing it.
Exactly. We talk about the weather, what we're wearing, how our day feels, and what we're doing differently.
So today, we'll help you talk about winter in a clear, natural way, the kind of English people use with friends, coworkers, and family.
No complicated grammar, no pressure, just real conversation.
All right, let's start simple. Winter is one of the four seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter.
And winter is usually the coldest season of the year. Cold mornings, cold nights, and sometimes freezing temperatures.
For many people, winter means snow, ice, short days, and long nights.
But for others, winter might just mean cooler air, rain, and cloudy skies. It really depends on where you live.
That's such an important point. Winter looks different around the world, but we all talk about it in English.
So let me ask you this, Paul. When you hear the word winter, what's the very first thing that comes to mind?
Honestly, cold air touching my face the moment I step outside.
Yes, that instant burr feeling.
Exactly. Your shoulders go up, your hands want to hide in your pockets, and you suddenly wish you wore one more layer.
Winter really wakes up all your senses, doesn't it?
It really does, and that's where our real winter conversations begin.
That cold air you mentioned really is the first thing most people notice in winter. The moment you step outside, your body reacts before your brain does.
Exactly. Sometimes I don't even check the weather app. I just open the door and my face tells me everything I need to know.
Yes, your face becomes the weather forecast.
Completely. If my eyes start watering and my nose feels frozen, I know it's serious winter mode.
And that's such a useful thing for English learners to notice, how often we talk about physical feelings in winter. We don't just say, it's cold. We describe how it feels on our skin, in our hands, in our face.
Right. People say things like, my hands are freezing, or the cold air hurts my ears, or even, I can't feel my fingers.
Or my favorite dramatic one, I'm frozen, even though you're obviously not a block of ice.
Yes, English loves exaggeration, especially in winter.
And then comes the clothing conversation. The moment winter starts, everyone suddenly becomes a clothing expert.
So true. You hear things like, did you wear a jacket? Or you should wear a scarf. Or that coat is not warm enough.
Winter turns everyone into a concerned parent.
Yes, exactly. Even friends your age start sounding like your mom.
And the vocabulary around winter clothes is so practical. Coat, jacket, scarf, gloves, hat, boots. These are words people use daily.
And we don't just name the clothes, we describe them. Thick, warm, heavy, soft, cozy.
Cozy is such a powerful winter word. It's not just about temperature, it's about comfort.
Yes, when something is cozy, it makes you feel safe, relaxed, and calm, like being inside while it's cold outside.
That contrast is important. Winter outside can feel harsh, but inside feels protected.
Which is why people talk so much about staying indoors during winter.
Exactly. Conversations shift from let's go out to let's stay in.
And staying in doesn't feel boring in winter. It feels intentional.
Yes, reading a book, watching movies, sitting under a blanket, these activities feel right in winter.
In summer, staying inside feels like you're missing something. In winter, staying inside feels like self-care.
That's such a good way to put it. Winter gives us permission to slow down.
And slowing down changes how we talk, too. Our conversations become softer, calmer, more reflective.
You notice people talking about their feelings more in winter, feeling tired, feeling sleepy, feeling quiet.
Or feeling lazy and saying it proudly.
Yes, I don't want to go anywhere. It's too cold. And no one argues with that.
Winter excuses are very respected.
Very respected. Weather becomes the perfect reason for everything.
And for English learners, winter conversations are great because they repeat naturally. The same phrases come back every day.
It's cold today.
It's colder than yesterday.
It's getting colder.
Simple sentences, but very real English.
And then there's the emotional side of winter that people don't always talk about directly, but it's there.
Yes, winter can feel peaceful, but it can also feel heavy.
Shorter days, less sunlight, it affects mood.
That's why people often talk about needing warmth, light, and comfort.
Which brings us back again to warm drinks.
Of course, winter conversations are incomplete without talking about drinks.
Tea, coffee, hot chocolate, soup. Winter's basically a season sponsored by warm liquids.
Yes, exactly. Holding a warm cup feels like holding happiness.
And notice how often people invite others for warm things. Let's get a coffee. Let's grab some soup.
It's not just about the drink, it's about connection. Winter pulls people closer, physically and emotionally.
People sit closer, talk longer, share more.
And that's why winter English isn't just vocabulary, it's feeling-based language.
Language connected to the body, the home, and the heart.
Which makes winter such a beautiful topic to practice English with, because it's honest and human.
And we haven't even started talking about real winter experiences yet. The streets, the weather changes, the daily routines.
Exactly. Once winter really settles in, everything from walking outside to planning your day starts to change.
And those small changes give us so many natural conversation moments.
Moments that feel ordinary but are perfect for learning English naturally.
And that's where things start to get really interesting. Once winter fully settles in, you start noticing how even the smallest routines feel different. The way you wake up, the way you move, the way you think about leaving the house.
Yes, mornings especially change. The alarm goes off and the first thought is, do I really have to get up right now?
Exactly. The bed feels warmer, heavier, safer.
And the room feels colder the moment you pull the blanket away. That's when winter really tests your motivation.
That moment teaches so much English without trying. People say, I don't want to get out of bed, or it's too cold to wake up.
Or 5 more minutes, which turns into 15.
Every winter morning ever.
And then comes the process of getting ready. Layers, so many layers.
Yes, winter outfits feel like small projects. You don't just put on clothes, you prepare.
Thermal shirts, sweaters, coats, scarves, and still wondering if it's enough.
And if you forget one thing, gloves, for example, you feel it immediately.
Your hands remind you very quickly.
Winter is very honest like that. It gives instant feedback.
And stepping outside feels like entering a different world. The air feels sharper, the sounds feel quieter.
That quiet is something people often associate with winter. Streets feel calmer, softer.
Especially after snow, everything slows down.
Snow changes the mood completely. It's cold, but it feels gentle.
And people talk about it with a kind of wonder. It's snowing. Such a simple sentence, but it carries emotion.
For some people, snow brings excitement, childhood memories, play.
Building snowmen, throwing snowballs, sledding down small hills.
Those memories stay with us. Even as adults, the feeling comes back.
And for others, snow means inconvenience, slippery roads, wet shoes, late buses.
And both reactions are valid and both give us language.
That's what's interesting about winter conversations. They're honest. People don't pretend.
Yes, someone might say, I love winter, and someone else will immediately say, I hate it.
And both are normal. Winter is very personal.
It connects deeply to where you grew up, too.
Absolutely. Someone who grew up in a snowy town has a very different relationship with winter.
They might feel nostalgia, familiar smells, familiar sounds.
Like the sound of boots on snow or the quiet hum of heaters inside homes.
Or the memory of coming home with red cheeks and cold hands.
And warming them around a cup of tea or soup.
Those moments are emotional, even if we don't always name the emotion.
Winter is full of unnamed feelings.
And language helps us slowly name them.
Words like peaceful, heavy, calm, lonely, cozy.
Winter can feel lonely for some people.
Yes, fewer social plans, darker evenings.
And that's why people talk about winter blues.
Feeling low, tired, or quiet without knowing exactly why.
But winter can also feel like rest, a pause.
A season where it's okay not to rush.
And that changes how people speak. Conversations become slower, deeper.
Less small talk, more real talk.
People ask, how are you really, more often?
And answers become more honest.
Winter gives permission to be softer.
And in English, we hear that softness in the way people speak.
Short sentences, gentle tone.
I'm tired. I need rest. I just want to stay in tonight.
These are simple phrases, but they carry emotional weight.
And learners should know this is real English. This is how people actually talk.
Not perfect grammar, real feelings.
And winter teaches us that language doesn't have to be fancy to be meaningful.
Exactly. Sometimes the simplest sentence is the most honest.
And once you start noticing that, winter conversations feel easier.
You stop searching for perfect words and start speaking from experience.
And experience is something everyone has, especially in winter.
Which naturally leads us into how winter affects our daily plans, our movement, and the way we interact with others.
Because once winter changes the outside world, it also changes our social world.
When winter settles in, it doesn't just change the weather outside. It quietly reshapes how we connect with people.
Yes, social life starts to look different without anyone really announcing it.
Fewer spontaneous plans, less let's meet right now energy.
More planning, more thinking about comfort, warmth, and timing.
People start choosing places carefully, somewhere warm, somewhere cozy.
Cafes become important in winter, almost like safe spaces.
Soft lighting, warm drinks, quiet corners.
And conversations in cafes feel different in winter.
Slower, deeper.
You notice people talking about life more than usual.
Winter invites reflection.
And it also creates distance sometimes.
Yes, long-distance friendships feel heavier in winter.
Shorter days make the distance feel longer.
Messages take the place of visits.
A simple, how are you holding up, can mean so much.
Especially when someone knows winter is hard for you.
There's a quiet kind of support in winter friendships.
Not loud encouragement, just presence.
Someone checking in without asking too many questions.
Someone sending a photo of snow outside their window.
Or a message saying, this made me think of you.
Winter teaches us that connection doesn't always need words.
Sometimes it's enough to know someone is there.
And for many people, winter is when homes become more important.
Yes, home stops being just a place you sleep.
It becomes a shelter, emotionally and physically.
People spend more time inside with family.
Shared meals feel warmer.
Silence feels more acceptable.
You don't always need to talk.
Just sitting together can feel like support.
Winter gives permission to slow down together,
But winter can also bring loneliness.
especially for those living alone.
Or far from family.
Long nights can feel very long.
And that's when routines matter.
Small routines like making tea at the same time every evening.
or calling someone once a week.
These habits become emotional anchors.
Winter shows us how much we rely on little things.
And language reflects that.
People say, I'm just trying to get through the week.
Or, I'm taking it one day at a time.
These phrases appear more in winter.
Because winter often feels like endurance.
But there's also beauty in that endurance.
Surviving winter together creates quiet bonds.
Even strangers feel closer sometimes.
A smile on a cold bus stop.
A shared laugh when everyone is freezing, haha.
Yes, humor becomes softer, gentler.
More understanding.
Winter doesn't push us to perform.
It asks us to be human.
And that humanity shows in conversations.
People speak more honestly about exhaustion,
About needing rest.
about missing people.
Winter makes it okay to say those things out loud.
And that openness slowly deepens relationships.
Which naturally leads into how winter shapes our emotions over time.
Because after weeks of cold, darkness, and quiet,
Something inside us begins to change.
and the way we feel and talk starts to shift again.
As winter slowly settles into our lives, it begins to feel less like a season and more like a quiet companion.
One that walks beside us without asking questions.
Winter doesn't demand energy from us.
It allows us to slow down without guilt.
And in that slowing down, many of us finally hear ourselves again.
Thoughts that were always there but never loud enough.
Feelings that waited patiently while life moved fast.
Winter gives them space.
Some evenings feel heavier than others.
The sky gets dark early, the streets get quiet.
And we find ourselves sitting longer with a warm drink,
Staring out the window.
thinking about where we are and where we've been.
Winter gently brings back memories.
Childhood winters.
Coming home from school with cold hands and red cheeks.
Running inside to warmth, laughter, familiar voices.
Those memories stay with us.
Even when life feels very different now.
Adulthood can be loud, demanding, exhausting.
Winter softens that noise.
It tells us it's okay to pause.
It's okay to rest without explaining why.
Many people feel emotional during winter.
A little more sensitive.
A little more honest.
Winter doesn't hide emotions.
It brings them to the surface gently.
And instead of pushing them away,
We learn to sit with them,
to understand them.
to forgive ourselves for not always being strong.
Winter reminds us that strength isn't always loud.
Sometimes strength is choosing softness,
Choosing rest.
choosing warmth over pressure.
Just like nature rests in winter,
We rest too, even if we don't notice it.
trees look empty, but they are preparing.
So are we.
Winter prepares us quietly.
For new energy,
New ideas.
new beginnings.
And when winter starts to fade,
We don't leave it empty-handed.
we carry patience with us.
We carry reflection.
We carry a deeper understanding of ourselves.
Winter teaches us that slowing down is not falling behind.
It's part of moving forward.
So wherever you are right now,
Whether winter feels peaceful or heavy,
know that it's doing quiet work inside you.
you don't have to rush this season.
You don't have to fix everything.
Just stay warm
Stay gentle with yourself.
and let winter be what it is.
A season of calm, reflection, and quiet strength.
Friends, if this conversation helped you feel more connected,
Or gave you new words to talk about winter in English.
please take a moment to like this episode
Share it with someone who's learning English with you.
and subscribe to the English Speaking Podcast so we can keep learning together.
Your support helps us create calm, simple, real English conversations like this one.
Thank you for spending this time with us.
Stay warm, stay curious, and keep practicing.
We'll meet you again very soon.
Until then, take care and enjoy the season.
Goodbye, friends.
See you next time.